Yo, what is up, Lego builders? Welcome back to Coconut Brick Studios. For a rare Thursday afternoon live stream, I typically, stream Tuesdays or Saturdays, but I have just been all in on Cato and Neimoidia, and so I didn't really have a video for Thursday, so I figured, you know what, let's just stream, get more progress done on Cato and Neimoidia, because I still have a lot to do. Let me readjust this camera. So I'm going to be doing a lot of work over here. Just doing more of that cloud work. You know how I be. Got so much cloud work to do. It's ridiculous. Let's turn some music on. It's a little quiet. Pull up the stream. How's everyone doing? We've got Titanium J, Lil Evil Bricks, Scott Davis, J Abril, Lego Master Builder 1, Benjamin, Hasbaz Bricks, Jennifer Mann, Commander Wolf, and Bacon. What is up, good people of the internet? How are you all doing? Is everyone having a good day, hopefully? I had a decent day so far. Got my car registered, which is nice. It's always a pain, so I'm glad to be done. Ooh, I should probably put something on Instagram. Let the people know what's going down. Boomerang. Okay. Live on YouTube. Okay, now I should be all ready to go. Sorry, I was a little bit behind with everything, so I'm still getting all set up. Okay, let's see. Brickmad! Yo! And Brickanics! Oh, we got so many good people in the chat. What kind of decals do you use? I typically go with Jonak Toys, although I've recently started going with Thicky Bricky. I really like his stuff, especially because Jonak never ships. So, if you actually want to get your product, Thicky Bricky is a great option. I'm going to move this microphone so it's not in the way. Okay. I've been going all out on this cloud work. Because I want to have the finale not this weekend, but the 2 weekends from now. So that's like 2 weeks. Whoops, as I just destroy the mock. So I have a lot of cloud work to get done because that's really all that's left. I finished up the city a couple days ago. I just have to put this little wrap on the top part of the city. I've got all the pieces. Those came in yesterday. So this is really like the last big hurdle, and it takes so long. Like, it takes hours and hours to make good progress. That Lego guy on Instagram seems very mysterious. He leaked those Force Ghosts, but that Rancor Rampage seems suspicious. I haven't even heard of that. Bit wet here today. Is your head in the clouds, Coconut? Yeah, basically, dude. That's all it is. My head's just up in the clouds all day, every day these days. Excited for the new wet summer wave? I'm super excited. What's up, Tony Hardy? How you doing, man? Loving 1313. 1313's looking good. I got actually, I've got a package in today we can open. Let's set a goal for 60 likes. If we can hit 60 likes on the stream, I will go get my Thicky Bricky package that just came in, and I'll open it live on the stream. The Force Ghost thing, yeah. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, a unique, something kind of unique, gives you some flexibility with Force Ghosts. And then the more I looked at it, the more I was like, what is this? Like, it's literally just like a tubular shell that goes over the top of your minifigure. Like, it's kind of lazy. Like, there's no way around that. It's lazy. I don't know. It doesn't look very cool. Like, Originally, I was like, oh yeah, that looks kind of cool, and then I thought about it, and I was like, they have made Force Ghosts before. They make the ghosts in Harry Potter. Like, it's doable. To me, it screams Lego doesn't want to make a Force Ghost, so they're gonna keep making regular minifigures, and then they're gonna give you this little trans blue shell that you can put on. You know what I mean? Just realized we never celebrated the channel's first video. Oh, I know, right? I gotta like start doing. I gotta do stuff for my my channel's birthday because it was last 2 months ago. Yeah, like, give me one good reason why a shell is better. Like, the only thing I can think of is, like, you can put it on different minifigures and kind of customize your Forced Ghost. But that's not that big of a deal, let's be honest. How would you even use that piece in a mock? I'm sure someone would figure it out, but you definitely have to get very creative. I don't know. It would take me so long. Coconut, do you think there might be another gunship this summer? There could be, because there's an ATTE coming out, and every single year we got a play scale ATTE, we've gotten a gunship. Every single year, 2002, 2008, 2013. So if that trend, is to repeat itself, I would say yes. Because I've heard some people say, like, oh, well, we got the gunship, the UCS gunship, we won't get it. And it's like, we got the UCS AT-AT the year after we got a play scale AT-AT. So I think it's likely. Yeah, you can reuse any trans blue part to, you can make different characters and customize them and stuff. All right, man, I have to focus on driving. I'll check back later if you're still on. Yeah, safety first, right? Thanks for popping in, Brickanics. Always a pleasure, man. Hope you arrive safely at your destination. Ooh, yeah, dropship would be incredible. I personally don't think we'll get a dropship anytime soon, just because I don't see Lego as being very ambitious anymore. Especially with Clone Wars stuff, they kind of stick to what does well. And I feel like that would be a lot of work for them, and they don't seem to be... I mean, Force Ghost Shell, case in point, like, very motivated right now. A UCS ATTE, probably at some point. I could definitely see that as a possibility. Probably costs less. One new mold may be cheaper than... Oh, absolutely. It's definitely cheaper. Because if you think about it, you create this one shell, and now you can put it in any set you want. Any minifigure, as long as it fits inside the mold. Speaking of Thicky, I just ordered a few official RP1 figures in new condition from the man. Ooh. Very nice. They'll bring out a dropship. Yeah, you'll get a dropship and then a Phase 2 Cody, bunch of Force Ghosts. All the good stuff. I got, speaking of sets, I recently purchased for investment purposes Darth Vader's castle. I got it for retail value, which was nice. Thought I was going to have to pay more, but Amazon brought it back for a little bit. I should have bought a couple, but I just didn't have the money to spare, All my funds are going towards Cato Neimoidia right now. Did you think of making the base plate white and then the cloud work to start the mock? I did try that. Back when I first started, it just didn't look very good. It didn't give you because if you look at clouds in the sky, sometimes they're white, but a lot of the times they're kind of a wispy grayish white. And so with the white, it looks too much like snow, and I didn't want to confuse people and have them think like, oh, there's a bunch of snow underneath this. So I decided to just stick with trans clear because these have this kind of murky, smoky, grayish look to them, which makes a perfect color for clouds. But I did try white at one point. Just to see, because thought maybe that might look a little bit better. But just had a thought. Did Lego ever make minifigs of the dead, those ghost sailors from Return of the King? Yes, they did. They came with the ship. I don't remember. I think it's called like the Marauder ship or something. When Yoda, but then Yoda would require a different mold, so I guess no Force Ghost Yoda. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few, like, you know, you wouldn't be able to do, like, obviously Darth Maul didn't have one in canon, but you couldn't do any kind of alien. Anything that's not structured like a normal minifigure. Honestly, don't see why so many people want the dropship other than nostalgia. It appeared for 3 seconds at Attack of the Clones. Dude, because it's awesome. The dropship is such a cool set. And you get the AT-OT. Like, oh man. I love the AT-OT and dropship. If they did, then no reason not to make Force Ghost minifigs, right? Yeah, if you're gonna... You gotta have one for Yoda, a different one, so you might as well just do the rest. Was I right? Cheese on top. Did they come with the... that ship? I couldn't remember if it was that ship or something else. Because I haven't got one. That's a great reason to want any Lego set is because you don't have one. Like, I would love for Lego to re-release a Chrome Naboo Starfighter because I want to get that original one, but it's like $800. And I honestly cannot justify $800 for that set. Yeah, exactly, Brickmad. How are you going to have a Force Ghost of Pong Krell? You're going to have to, like, custom manufacture your own. What do you think you will do after Cato Neimoidia? Oh, I don't think, good sir. I know. I know what I'm doing after Cato Neimoidia. Got it all, not all planned out, but I have the main idea plan that I'm starting to flesh out some of the smaller details, and it's gonna be epic. If I can pull it off, it might be one of the coolest mocks I do. I feel like I say that every time though. I don't know why I would be shooting for a mock that's not cooler than the previous one. Yeah, I know, right, Brickmad? Another Chrome. Like, I know it wiped off super easy and stuff, but I would love if they just brought it back. Just long enough for me to get one. Too expensive. Building a World War II mock because I'm trying to get better at detailing. Are you doing like countryside or city? What you working on? What does your new mock start and finish with? It starts with... No, I'm just kidding. If I told you what it started and finished with, you guys would get it. I tried hinting a little bit about it, and then someone got it like right away a while back, and I was like, oops, can't do that again. But I do have... So my secondary mock project, the one that's going to come out after, you know, that's going to replace Geonosis. So like the other mini mock build is, or mock series, that one has been decided too. And that one was actually inspired from one of my contest entries. Do you watch anime? Does Avatar: The Last Airbender count as anime? Did you know that Count Dooku would verbally abuse his opponents? I heard something about that. I don't know if that was a joke or not. The Halo ring from Mando, that thing was so cool. That was so cool. Like, that would take so long to build minifig scale, but that would be probably not even possible in minifig scale, but that would still be so cool. You should do that one next after Batu, Brickmad. Starts with K and ends with Amino. Yeah, I'm going to compete with Rich Boy J for the best Camino series. Could you imagine? Christophsis. I've had a lot of people guess Christophsis. Give us a hint. Maybe. If I'm feeling generous towards the end of the stream, I'll give you a hint. I have a bunch of the troopers. Actually, if you want to know early, just join my Patreon because my Patreon members learn everything before you guys. Like, I showed them a top secret clone haul that I just got in this week with some epic custom clones. Already started, that's why I was checking. Okay, good. Brickman's like, whew. Thought we were on the same wavelength for a second. Coconut is making an amino acid. Oh, dude, you weren't supposed to tell anyone, Bacon. I was using my love of science and I was inspired. I decided to do an amino acid. A life size. Well, not life size, because You know, it'd be tiny. Doing Camino topside post Bad Batch. Really? Is that confirmed? Brickmad's next project? Just waiting for my blue pieces to come in. Yo, what up, Sky Guy? I can't tell if you're joking or not, Brickmad. That would be cool, though. Do you sort your parts, your bricks by part or color? I do a combination of both. Because I've found one is not better than the other, and so a combination is where it's at. Kind of like the Force. You know, you need a little bit of light side and dark side. Will you be able to use all the dark tan you have in your next mock? Unfortunately not. I won't be able to use any of the dark tan, except for like for filler brick purposes. I've been riding the wave for, you know, a couple mocks now, or a few mocks now, of being able to use the same parts over and over again. But I don't want people to get sick of my mocks, you know what I mean? Because I'm starting to get a little sick of dark tan and like, you know, Utapau is a giant cliff. Cato Neimoidia is 2 giant cliffs. And so I decided to go with a very different color scheme. Let's just say that. I'm joking. Okay. That's what I figured. I'm really bad at reading people's chats and like telling if they're serious or not just because I can't hear their tone. Does your next mock contain gray? There will be some gray. There will be some gold and some blue and some red and some dark gray and some green, some brown. There will not be any black, most likely. So you guys can cross some bar off the list. Plus, I already did that one. Have you ever used Duplo? I have when I was like, you know, 6 or 7 years old. No, I don't use Duplo. A light pink cave. I'm doing the Bat Cave, but pink. Yo, X Stud Productions with the $2 Canadian. He says, can you give us a hint? All right. I feel like I got to do a hint. I got to give you guys a hint for the donation. All right. Let me think of a good hint that'll like intrigue you guys. Because, you know, I don't want to just hand it to you. There's no fun for any of us in that. But I want to give a good hint here. I know a lot of people use Duplo, and I have nothing against Duplo. It's probably just I have so much normal filler brick already. I don't really have a need to like get large amounts of filler brick, and so I don't really have a need for Duplo. You know what I mean? But I think if you're just starting out collecting your filler brick, then it's a viable option. It takes up a lot of space, that's for sure. Alright, I feel like this is a pretty good hint because it still keeps it kind of vague, but it does narrow it down quite a bit, and you don't see this guy too many times. It contains General Grievous. So General Grievous is making a comeback, my LEGO Star Wars mocks. And thanks again for the dono, X-Stud Productions. Appreciate it. First of all, hey guys, what's up? Second of all, I can't wait for SW's Kashyyyk PS. Sorry if I spelled that wrong. It's all good. I knew what you meant. Welcome to the stream, 147th. It's made of Lego. Hint, hint. Have you ever considered saving space in your house by removing anything that isn't Lego? Oh, I've tried. Mrs. Coconut was not having it. I actually have a rule where my Lego is not allowed outside of my Lego room except for a few choice sets. Like we have Bespin Duel, the Christmas X-Wing, and a custom Grievous brickhead that are displayed in our living room. So if I want to display something outside of the Lego room, it has to be approved by Mrs. Coconut first. Let's see. All right. General Grievous versus Shock T. Ooh. General Grievous versus Shock T. Trying to remember where that is. That's not on Grievous's homeworld, right? I mean, whoops. You guys didn't hear that. I know what planet it is, I just can't remember the name. Thanks, Wookie Brick. Let's see. Yeah, that is the correct spelling. It gets kind of weird because it's got those 3 Y's in it. It's kind of like Jabim, how Jabim has 2 I's. Is it the planet with Ahsoka and all the younglings and the slave one? Is that where Ahsoka is being hunted by those Trandoshans? Is that the one you're talking about? I've been slowly replacing all the furniture Legos in my house with Lego. She sits down one day and the couch just collapses and she's like, Sam? What's going on here? I'm on my way to another school for preseason tennis match, junior varsity. Love your videos and keep it up. Well, good luck, man. That sounds exciting. I appreciate the support as well. Florum? Ooh. Florum, that's a good guess. I have the same rule in my house. My dad always complains that I have too much Lego, but I tell him that as long as it remains contained in my room, it is not his concern. Lego builder business. Go back to your drinks. It's the one with the pirates. Are you talking about like Captain Jack Sparrow and the Black Pearl? That's a good point. Where did it go? Star Wars Cam has a good point. He says, Brickmad's builds are super solid that would never collapse. It would definitely be able to bear the weight of a person. Xdead Production says, can you say the Clone Legion name? So, there'll be more than one. But I'm thinking about including, or not thinking about, but I would like to include as one of them, the 91st Recon. 91st Recon Troopers. You guys know those, right? They've got the little red mark on them. Commander Neo. Shakti dies so much? What? Pretty sure you can only die once, even in Star Wars. Well, let's not be hasty here in saying that, because Palpatine, you know. I know he technically wasn't dead, but I feel like he kind of was, too. What's up, Grogu Games and Pocketed Bricks? Welcome to the stream. Oh, Coconut. Coconut, I know it's not your plans right now, but maybe you could do Hondo Anaka's planet in your next mock after this. That would be cool. That would be a real nostalgia trip right there. What up, G-Bricks? How you doing, my man? How's life? I'm just slowly grinding away at this cloud work. I try to get Mrs. Coconut to help me, but she'll only help for about an hour, and then she gets tired. Bored, and then she does something else. I really wish I had a couple people that could just help me crank it out, because it's not that it's difficult, it's just so time consuming, because you know you have to individually place each brick or stud or plate or cylinder, whatever it is you're working with. As far as I'm concerned, he died in Return of the Jedi. I almost said Revenge of the Jedi. I mean, it just totally throws off. Man, I feel like I'm never going to stop ranting about the sequels, but like it just throws everything, like Anakin's sacrifice, and I know people are like, it's like, no, it kind of negates it. That storyline was ended. You know, Sidious was gone. Anakin had won. He brought balance back to the Force. It can't be Hondo's base with Ahsoka and Grievous because that uses Dark Tan. Ooh, someone's been paying attention. Ronan Dixon. Using the detective work. Shakti deaths, Anakin stabbing Grievous down Starkill. I mean, you're not wrong. George Lucas just hated Shakti, I guess. He's like, alright, we're going to do this death scene, and then this death scene, and then we're going to make them all deleted scenes. I'll help, just send me over a ticket. If I had the money, that would be awesome if I could fly someone out to help me. What theme would you want LEGO to bring back? I would choose Castle. I'd probably choose Castle as well, or one of the space themes, like Mission to Mars Mission. I really like that one. Shakti died in 2000. Yeah, she dies. Oh, did she die in that one too? Excuse me. Coconut, if you choose to forget those movies, you feel a lot better. I know, right? I don't go back. I don't rewatch them. I just purged them from my brain. Except for, you know, I do go back and watch Solo and Rogue One just because those aren't part of that. I don't associate those together. But yeah, I've only ever seen each of them. I think I saw The Last Jedi like once and a half. Tried to watch The Force Awakens a couple of times. Straight up, sequels should have been Grand Admiral Thrawn and the Imperial Remnant. Yeah, that would have been so cool. That would have been awesome. Because it would have stayed... They would have been able to keep it in the same general storyline. They would have been able to use Han, Leia, Luke, Chewie. It would have been perfect. You're right. Like, that would have been awesome. Video? You bring back Video? Aw, someone misses Video. Shakti also dies in The Force Unleashed. Of course she does. Hey, what's up, HDS everything? I mean, we count the shows, but we don't count the movies. I know, right? Bring back Golatur. Only seen each once. Yeah, I saw Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker in theaters because I was not in America when Force Awakens came out. Didn't see that one. I don't know why I said that like that was a reason for not seeing it. It played in other countries. I honestly wish I had been able to go see The Force Awakens in theaters because in my opinion that one's one of the better ones, and I just heard the hype for it was unreal. Because by the time The Last Jedi came out, you know, people were already kind of hating on it. So the pure hype had died, I guess. The critics had emerged. The reason I don't like the sequels is because we didn't get anywhere. The ending was pretty much the same as Return of the Jedi's ending, only the difference were this. Yeah, it was basically like a redo of. Oh, that ending, dude. That ending was just awful. Like that was so bad with the Star Destroyers and the Final Order fleet. Oh man. Ooh, Power Miners. That's another good one. That would be a fun line to bring back. I saw them all in theaters, but only rewatch Force Awakens. Speaking of rewatching, I need to rewatch Rogue One again. I think I remember seeing The Force Awakens in theaters, but that was 3 back when they used to do that wacky stuff. What wacky stuff? Hey, Coconut, would you use a 2x2 round plate for these clouds, or do they not exist? I would. They just don't exist in Transclear. There's, like, the tall one, so, like, the stud. There's, like, the 2x2 stud that I've thought about using. But I haven't seen them in large quantities. When Palpatine electrocuted the entire sky. Yeah, that was another just what? You know when you double tap on one side and it skips 10 seconds? I spammed it so much until I got to 1,000. Whoa, that's a lot of skips. That's a lot of skip power. The Force Awakens trailer was so hype, but it's still my least favorite Star Wars movie. Yeah, I heard the hype was just unreal. I was sick and rewatched Solo and Rogue One. Yeah, I rewatched Solo not more than a few months ago. It was good. Good little show. Oh yeah. Oh, I stayed up all night for Rogue One and accidentally fell asleep in the theater. That's unfortunate. I went and saw Rogue One in theaters, but I didn't go on opening night. Then the theater was packed. I was crammed in there. Can you imagine if Filoni made the sequels make sense? That would have been nice. And honestly, if they just kept one director instead of playing patty cake with directors. Jackson, what's up, dog? Yes, those clouds just come together so well, just looking much more like Cato, Neimoidia, Coconut. Enjoyed your latest update, but how's it going? How's life treating you? Well, I'm glad you liked it, man. Life is going good. I finally got my car registered. There were a lot of issues that went into that, and so it was like a massive headache. I was literally getting stress headaches. And so to have that done is really nice. You know, the weekend is almost here. Cato Neimoidia is almost done. Like, just things are falling into place, which is nice. Solo and Rogue One are good movies. Solo, or Rogue One, is probably my second favorite movie of all time, right behind Phantom Menace. Rich Boy Jay would be so mad if he heard that my favorite movie was Phantom Menace. Yo, when do you think you will be done with the mock? I hope to be done next week. That's the goal. I mean, you can see I have a lot of work ahead of me, but I'm going to really buckle down and go. In fact, I'm going to be streaming again on Saturday. So if you guys want to hang out again and watch me do more cloud work, I would love to see you there because you guys make this a lot easier. Disney's movies have only shown me the sequels would have been good if J.J. Abrams wasn't involved. It's funny. People go back and forth. I hear some people hate Ryan Johnson and some people hate J.J. Abrams being involved. Disney's, I already read that. Who was better, Bull Roarer Took or Bilbo Baggins? I mean, it depends on what we're talking about by better. Like, who had more impact on the Hobbits? I'd probably have to go with Bull Roarer. But who had, like, a more epic life and did more things? You know, Bilbo takes the cake, for sure. But, I mean, you could also argue, like, you know, they would never have found the ring if it wasn't for Bilbo. So I feel like that argument's kind of stacked against Bull Roarer, just because, like, I mean, no matter what you do, it can't compare to, like, saving Middle Earth or helping with that. You know what I mean? I jumped into a talk about the sequels. It seems everyone disliked them, or just me. Oh no, you're not alone here. This is a non-sequel liking community. I can't wait for you to take all the studs off. Ugh, that's going to be a nightmare. Don't remind me. I'm going to enlist my brothers. Have them come over and help. Subscribe due to you ranking Phantom Menace top. I appreciate it, man. Finally, a fellow lover of the Phantom Menace. It's not... Here's the thing. I'll sit and argue with anyone about why the Phantom Menace is my favorite movie, but I will not sit here and say, like, it's the best made Star Wars movie. Yeah, it has It's got its problems, but for me, I absolutely love it. JJ's a destroyer of franchises. He's not a destroyer of worlds, he's a destroyer of franchises. I feel like the sequel films are extremely disconnected. Yeah, they have so many problems. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Legit just finished watching The Phantom Menace. It's a banger. Dude, it's such a solid movie. Dude, Phantom Menace is my favorite prequel. Dude, Brickmad! Gotta head out, guys. Enjoy sitting in the clouds. Coconut, good chatting, everyone. Hey, what a note to end on. He comes in, hangs out, leaves by saying The Phantom Menace is his favorite movie. I love it. I love it. Take care, Brickmad. Let's legit... Oh, yeah, I just read that. Inventing golf whilst beheading a goblin is more important than saving the world. Case made. I mean, it depends on where your priorities lie, you know? I'm not educated very much in Lord of the Rings, although I've grown up loving Narnia and Lord of the Rings. Can someone explain to me who Roarer took, or whatever, Bull Roarer took? So he... Well, I'll let Bacon explain it. He could probably explain it better than me. Like, I know who he is, but, like... I don't remember super well. Like, I remember he was kind of... He helped fight off the goblins. Like, the goblins were taking over. And he led an army of hobbits, fought the goblins. He knocked off the goblin leader's head with his club because he hit it so hard and it, like, landed in a hole. So he won the battle, and then he invented the game of golf at the same time. I've been thinking about trying to make purist Figs of Narnia characters. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there a Lego Narnia? Weren't there Lego Narnia sets? Or am I just crazy? I swear I remember a Mr. Thomas figure. Also, I drop so many of these studs and cylinders on the floor when I'm building, and it's so hard to find them later. Ever think of making a Lego city? I have thought about it, and the reason I don't is because I'm more into Star Wars than Lego City, and to me, a Lego city is kind of an eternal project. It's always being worked on, changed, built, and I like projects where I can build it, finish it, take it apart, and build something else, if that makes sense. And so a Lego city to me is just kind of like an endless, well, joyful, endless task. They've never made any running sets. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking about. Thorin is crazy. Oh, that's probably what it was, Cheese on Top. It was the CMF fawn, or satyr, whatever you want to call it. You'll find them once they've stepped on, at least that's how I find them. Yeah, I kind of have to just, like, rub my foot along the floor until I, like, kick them up. And then I grab them. But can you believe this? We've been streaming for 36 minutes, and I have gotten this much done. So, like, when we have been streaming for an hour, I've gotten, like, that much done. It's crazy how long this takes. They were at least making Narnia movies, then they gave up. I think they finished out the series, didn't they? I've combined the two in Lego Star Wars City. I mean, that's definitely something I would be more interested in, is doing, like, you know, a Coruscant, kind of like what Tony Hardy's doing. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. Can you guys guess how many studs it'll take to cover this entire... Like, if I were to use just studs, 1x1 flat studs, round plates, whatever you want to call them, how many do you think this would take? How many studs do you think it would take? I want to hear your guys' guesses. Because I did the math when I was trying to figure out, like, approximately how many I would need to buy. Have a great day, guys. Are you heading out, Bartos? Greetings from Poland. Thank you for making it to the stream, man. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are all right. And in case you're wondering, this is approximately 9.5 base plates worth of space that needs studs. $6,000? Ooh. I would say you're over 10,000 short. What are your thoughts about a mock series similar to Marvel's What If series, but for Lego Star Wars? I think that would be cool. I think there's a lot of potential to do something really cool with that, because we have so many awesome characters that would be fun. Like, you could have, like, a Darth Malgus showdown with, like, I don't know, Anakin Skywalker or someone, or, like... I don't know a whole lot about the Marvel's What If series, so I don't know, like, what the parameters are. But it would be cool. I think it would be really cool to do, like, mashups with Star Wars, because there's so many awesome characters and armies that you could have go up against each other. It would just make for so many interesting mock ideas that are outside of what we, you know, typically see. Hey, we've got ourselves a winner here. Titanium J, he figured it out. It's pretty simple. All you do is just times, yeah. Just do the math. Luckily, I don't have to buy that many because I have plateaus. I have these smaller rock formations, and I have, like, larger bricks, like 2x2s, 2x4s, 1x2s, 1x2 plate, 1x2 brick. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be up there. It's gonna be probably like 18,000 studs. Coconut, looking at the clouds, it's a shame there's no easy way to sort of make the clouds not as smooth. Does that make any sense? Oh yeah, 100%. It's hard because, like, you know, either I'm very limited with the type of parts I have, and so I can kind of create like these divots and like hills and valleys, but it's still relatively flat. And I'm assuming that's what you mean, because I agree with you. The problem is I don't have, you know, the funds necessary, because if I wanted to, I could just keep buying more studs and eventually create like actual mountains and like cloud formations, but that would be very expensive. I've seen enough Beyond the Bricks videos to know that's a lot of studs. I hope to be on Beyond the Brick one day. That would be so cool. If I ever make it to a convention and bring something, that would be awesome to be interviewed by them. Might as well go with real water at that point. I might as well just like build a barrier right here and just dump a bunch of water in here. Or some cotton balls. Netflix bought the rights to make Narnia and hasn't done anything with it. Man, they've got a lot of stuff in the works. Because aren't they doing Avatar too? Oh yeah, I read that. 50 million with 100 million more on the way. I like it. I've thought about making a new mock series. Can you throw out some ideas? Are you talking about like canon mock series, or like just Star Wars in general? Or are you looking for something that, like, you know, actually happened in one of the comics, movies, or shows? Yeah, that's what I meant. The cost and time would be unreal to do that. It is a shame, because I think that would look so cool, and it would really... Not only... Because I think, you know, not only would you have this bridge that's unique, but you'd have this... Nobody really does cloud structures, or, like, a large cloud base. And so to be able to, like, do some large clouds would be so cool. Maybe I'll sell Mrs. Coconut's car. Use some of that money. Pop quiz. How is the female Togruta Jedi who appeared in the Clone Wars name spelled? Ooh. Oh, that's a good one, Bacon. That's a really good one. Because they all look right, or not all of them. I'm going to go with... Oh, man. It's either B or C. I know it's either B or C. But I want to say... Ahsoka just doesn't look right, though. I think B. Is it Ahsoka? I think it's... I'm going to stick with B. Just because I don't think it's A-S-H. Are you out of here, Jackson? Hey, I appreciate you stopping by, man. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Yes, I was right. That was a good one, because a lot of those are so similar that you almost kind of trick your brain. Being like, oh, what is that? It's like the Mandela effect or whatever. Imagine a full minifigure scale Cloud City. Whew. That would be quite the undertaking. I would definitely want to see that. Can you guys hear the music? Sometimes I forget to double check and make sure it's actually playing through my microphone. Dang it. Coconut, question for you. If you were not doing cloud work, would you do a black base like you did for Utapau? Yeah. So those were kind of the two things I like seriously considered. Because I think the black would have looked cool because it would have given it a very finished, very like artistic vibe, like what it did with Utapau. But I just wanted to try the cloud work, and I don't know, it gave me extra room to expand the mock and have like battles and stuff happening down there. But yeah, that was definitely something I considered. Actual minifigure scale Death Star would be impressive. That would be very impressive because I think it would be. I'm trying to remember because someone, I think it was Beyond the Brick, broke down like how big a minifig scale Death Star would be. Does anyone else here just love conspiracy theories? Dude, I love a good conspiracy theory. I don't consider myself a conspiracy theorist, but I do enjoy hearing them. I think A, it's good to always keep an open mind and be willing to learn new things, and B, they're just entertaining. It's fun. Dude, what's up, Austin? Have you seen Brandon Sanderson's surprise announcement? I have. That was crazy. That blew my mind. That man is a machine. I've been waiting for you to show up, Austin, because I think you'll be excited about my next Lego Star Wars mock project, as it's going to be based off of a comic that I have coming in the mail. It's from Star Wars Legends. Because, you know, we were talking about the EU the other day. And I finally decided to buckle down and go for it. Yeah, I did see that. Woohoo! Now this is pod racing. Oh, dang it. No joke, when I drop these things into the carpet, they legitimately disappear. Like, unless the light shines on them in the exact right way, there's no way you're gonna see them. This is Wizard Coconut. Speaking of Wizard and pop quizzes, does anybody remember who uses the word wizard in Star Wars and what were they referencing? See if any of you guys remember that. Also, I just barely thought of this. Would you guys be at all interested in doing like trivia live streams where I would just like sit down, I would watch like Star Wars or Clone Wars and do some research and come up with some good trivia questions and then do them on a live stream and you guys could answer them for like to win points to like I don't know, win like Lego sets or something? That would be kind of fun. Oh, I forgot about that. So there's a couple. You guys are right. It is. Mando says it, but he's referring to like how Scott was using it. Like, oh, this is wizard. I meant like an actual person wizard, like a someone who casts spells, because that term gets used. Sorry, that was confusing. Man, look at me trying to do trivia questions and I can't even get them right. It doesn't look like anybody's gonna guess it. Han Solo uses it in Episode 4 when Obi-Wan Kenobi is talking about the Force. He's teaching Luke. Han calls the Jedi like space wizards or something. I'm trying to remember exactly what he said. Holy cow! I think wizard came up a lot more. Wizard came up a lot more than I thought it did. That's why it's important to do your research before you give out the trivia question. Oh man. I couldn't remember. I knew someone used I knew someone used it. I couldn't remember if it was Uncle Owen or if it was Obi-Wan Kenobi or Luke. I remember someone called Obi-Wan Kenobi a wizard or something. If it isn't Count Dooku, I don't want to know the truth. Speaking of Count Dooku, I'm thinking about... I'm probably going to rewatch that Clone Wars arc where Obi-Wan Kenobi goes undercover as a bounty hunter, and he has to complete those trials for Count Dooku. That's a really underrated mini-series, or arc, in my opinion. Like, I know it's not clones and battles and Jedi and droids, but it's still really good. Apparently in Legends, Grievous's face mask ended up in Thrawn's possession. Of course it did. Thrawn would take that. Yeah, the box. The box is such a good Clone Wars arc. Like, just... really good story, entertaining, action-packed. Like, oh, it's just good, and it's a little bit darker. You know, it's not like the Blue Shadow virus or anything. So it's pretty good. I just feel like when people talk about favorite arcs, there's Umbara, Ryloth. What are some other ones that people talk about? Mandalore. But I feel like the box should be right up there too. Looks totally different. Can't you see all the progress I did, Brickmad? It's a completely different Mach now. The look's completely changed. That arc was odd. It was definitely out of the norm. What did you not like it, Austin? The box was pretty cool. One-off arc that wasn't totally about wars. That's kind of one reason why I liked it. Is like it was not just like, oh, mindless droids going up against legions of clones. It was a little bit more of a thinker, you know? I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. It looks so different now. Gotta head out now. Bye. I'll see you later, Titanium. I appreciate it. Seriously, that effect is looking good. I'm glad you like it. You'll be able to get a much better view of it when I do this next week's update. You know, I can get in close and like the lighting will be a lot better because it does look pretty good. It's just kind of at a bad angle right now, so it probably looks pretty flat. What's up, random gaming dude? Welcome. How you doing? Where did the formerly esteemed Sith assassin and bounty hunter Asajj Ventress die? Christophsis, Boz Pity, Stygian Prime, Nal Hutta. I want to say... trying to think of where that goes down. Want to come over and build some spires for Batu? Here's what we'll do, Brickmad. You come over and help me with the cloud work, and then I'll come over and help you with the spires. We'll do some trade work for each other. The clouds on the right look good. Talked about over here, the finished area. Glad you like them. I'm glad people are understanding that they're clouds. Some people think it's water, but it seems like for the most part, people have guessed clouds. Dang, autocorrect got me, but you should be able to understand. Yeah, I understand. I know it's not Christophsis. I want to say Nal Hutta. That's going to be my vote. And I remember how she dies, too. So I'm going to guess D. Greetings from Indonesia. Welcome. Floper. Is it Floper or Flopper? Welcome to the stream, man. That seems fair. I'm doing pretty good, random gaming. Doing pretty good. I promise I won't do them in dark tan. I don't want that dark tan PTSD to kick in, you know? If I would have done the clouds, I would have taken the Lego movie route for clouds using white round bricks. Ah, yeah. The classic, like, the cartoon cloud look. I thought about doing white. I just didn't want it to look like snow. Wow, nobody else is guessing on where Asajj Ventress died. Maybe I would send you a base plate with clouds on it built, and then you can just drop a spire. Oh, yeah, there you go. Although, by the time my package got to you, you might be done with Batu. And I'd probably be done with Cato Neimoidia. What time is it there? It is 3:16. I thought she died, Brickmad. Doesn't she get stepped on by that ATTE? You guys not remember that? She gets crunched. Wait, Christophsis? Really? She dies on Christophsis? Who kills her? Here's hoping. Speaking of taking a while to get here, I ordered some parts from Bricks and Pieces. Dude, I ordered them in December and got them in February. Isn't that wild? Wish we would have seen Dooku kill her. They almost did a couple of times. Who am I thinking of? Doesn't someone... I swear someone's like facing off against Obi-Wan Kenobi and they're about to fight and then they get stepped on by an ATTE. She died in Dark Disciple because fell partly to the dark side under Count Dooku. Dooku uses the Force lightning on Voss, but Ventress blocks it and gets killed. Wow, I don't even remember that. Sounds like it's time for me to rewatch the Clone Wars. I started it a while ago, back when I was working on Utapau, and then I stopped watching it. I need to pick up again. I need to resharpen my Clone Wars knowledge. She'll show up in Book of Boba Fett Season 2, be like, surprise, Asajj Ventress facing off against Cad Bane, who turns out isn't dead. And then Captain Rex is going to come in and save the day. And then they're going to find Commander Cody somewhere. Oh, it was in a novel. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, I don't remember that episode. Who gets stepped on by an ATTU? Man, what was I thinking of? No one's ever really gone. Quote of the day right there. No one, or not, you know what I mean. No one's ever really... Disney really took that to heart. They're like, you know what? Yeah, no one is ever really gone. Like, unless they get physically decapitated on camera, they're not really dead. There's a way to bring them back. I am having some weird dreams, Brickman. I think it's time to stop having that glass of almond milk before bed. Apparently it's messing with me. Do you guys ever dream about Lego? Mrs. Coconut laughs at me all the time because I have tons of dreams where, like, I find these crazy good deals on Lego. Like, this last one I had, I was at my local Walmart, which is, just like the supermarket. And there was a pallet of 2013 ATTEs on sale for $70. So what they originally sold for, I was like freaking out. I was trying to get as many as I could and buy them before they ran out. I was so happy, and then I woke up and I was like, man, that wasn't real. And I told my wife, and she thought that was pretty funny. Exactly. Maul was cut in half and he came back. Yo, Brickmad Sam with the 5 Australian, what do they call, is it a pound? Do you guys call it pounds too, like the British? With the 5. Thank you, with the 5er. Thank you so much, Brickman. I'm really appreciate it. I was going to say much appreciated, but then I started with I, so it's like, that's not going to work. But huge thank you, huge shout out, man. It's so you can buy a Lego Dream Diary. I'm going to start a new segment on my channel where every time I have a Lego dream, I'm going to write it down, and then I'll just do a video and just read the dream, and we'll just like break it down together. Dissect it, see what it really means. See if my dreams start to predict anything. Okay, dollars. Australian dollars. I hope I didn't sound stupid asking that. That's what happened to me before with a full 2014 shelf, and then I woke up and realized, oh, brutal. Your hands are full of Coruscant police gunships, and then you wake up as they evaporate into mist. Like, no, it was just a dream. It was just a dream. He stole my dream journal. That would be so funny though. Unfortunately, I don't dream about Legos very often, but when I do, something wild's always happening. Yes, I have one of those wave dissolve transitions. I had a dream once where some random guy shipped me a ton of MTTs. That's awesome. My Lego dreams are always finding piles of figs on secondhand place. It's so funny, like what we dream about, like just because my wife always thinks it's funny because I can remember the exact prices that I get everything for. I'm like, that's part of the dream. It's like it's such a good deal that I remember that. And the harp sound, yeah, I'll go all out. We can get like a, I'll get like a, some kind of filter to make it look kind of fuzzy, out of focus a little bit, you know? What's up, Cad Bane? Welcome. Just talking about different Lego dreams we've had and what they contained. Man, I cannot believe how little progress I have done, like, space-wise. This is so frustrating. This is killing me, guys. The weirdest dream I had about Lego was getting a feeling I needed to check under that stairs in the cupboard. We don't have a cupboard under the stairs. Sorry, that cupboard under the stairs. Oh, what? And there were 2 Tupperware containers. What? What were they full of? Bacon's leaving us on a cliffhanger. What was in the Tupperware? The Tupperwares held a bunch of low-value figures from 2009 to 2013 era, but I looked further and found Rebels. Oh, 2014 Ahsoka. Speaking of 2014, does anyone own the 2014 Ahsoka? I've thought about buying her, but I just don't know if I want to shell out $100 for an Ahsoka fig. I have never paid over $40 for a minifigure, so I don't know how I feel about spending that much for an Ahsoka. The only figure as of right now that I would be willing to pay more than $50 for would be, there's 2 of them, Darth Malgus or Queen Amidala. I would pay a lot for the Queen Amidala figure. Yeah, but it'll be worth it in the end, Coconut, because the effective is working. True. It would be worth it eventually. Yeah, the Rebels one is so expensive. Is that which one you were talking about? Or oh, you were talking about the one that comes in the Coruscant gunship, huh? I thought that was the 2014 Ahsoka. Yeah, I have the one that comes in the gunship. I have her because I have all the Rebels figs outside of a few grunts. Did you get her while she was out, she's on top, or did you have to get her off the secondhand market? I don't have very many like super expensive minifigures. I have a Jango Fett that's worth like 70. I've got Captain Rex. He's worth at least 100. Phase 2 Captain Rex. Trying to think of who else I have. Oh, I've got Pong Krell. He's actually worth quite a bit, even though he's a terrible character. Dude, I just had a thought that you're totally not going to do, but did you think about mixing up the transclear studs with solid white? Yeah, I actually did try that. The problem I had is it takes up a lot of studs because I have to put down the white brick and then I have to completely cover the sides with studs and the top. So it takes kind of like, it takes like double the amount of studs, because I thought about just putting it on the top, but it looks kind of weird with the exposed white on the sides. I think if I had like unlimited money and resources, probably what would have looked the best is if I put down all white plate and bricks and created like hills and valleys and just like all the cloud shapes, and then covered everything with transclear bricks. That would look really cool, because then you wouldn't have this gray look underneath. You get that white look, but it would be tempered by the transclear. So you're definitely onto something, Brickmad, but you're onto the premium package, the expensive option. Hot take: Ahsoka's overrated. I think she's kind of overrated. I have Django from the Corporate Alliance tank dread. Oh, nice. I used to have... Well, actually, I do have one, because I have a sealed version of that, but... I sold my other one to my little brother. I also had a dream where I bought the architecture Statue of Liberty, something I actually own in real life for once, and built it, and it looked horrible. Yeah, what is this? This is terrible. Totally get it, man. I know. It's tough. It's a tough choice, because I had to decide, like, do I want to prioritize the cloud section or the city and the rock work? And I felt like, you know, I don't want to pour all my money in the cloud work and then have the city be bad and the cliffs. And so, unfortunately, the clouds are what had to suffer, just because I'll be the first to admit they're not the most detailed or the best looking, but I feel like they serve their purpose at least. That's pretty much as far as my Lego dreams go. As they're pretty rare and I forget my dreams. Yeah, I forget mine. I used to remember them a lot more. I think I've just been more tired. I'm more tired than I used to be when I get up, so I forget them quicker. Do you have TikTok? No, I don't have TikTok. I do have an Instagram account, though. You have to pick the focus of the mock. Yeah, see, I'm glad there are other mock builders out there. You know, a lot of you guys understand the mock process, and so I feel like some people sometimes look at my stuff and like, why isn't all of it perfect? But you know, you guys understand, like, every mock has a focus and a background, and I get to choose what that is, but it's really hard to have a perfect background and a perfect focus. And so, you know, you tend to want to focus on the right things and kind of like sacrifice in other areas. And like for this example, I feel like the cloud work was the perfect opportunity to sacrifice, because it's kind of the background. It's not, you know, you do see a lot of it, but you know, your eyes are drawn to the city and the rock work. Probably be better that they aren't the focus. Yeah, I agree, Brickmat. I think it'll help that they're not super fancy, because it won't draw the eye away from the main build. That being said, I have no idea what I'm going to do with all these transclear parts after I'm done with this. "100% you do everything, it will be messy and you won't have any focus." Exactly, yeah. Like, if you try to do everything perfectly, nothing will turn out right. You know what I mean? This music is so relaxing. It's making me sleepy. Alright, I'm going to go for about 6-ish more minutes. We'll wrap up the stream here in a second. I got to take a break from this. Can only do it for so long. Sometimes it's harder to leave a section simpler. Oh, it's so true, dude. It's so true. Like, it's so hard to like see a section, you're like, ooh, this could be so much better, but then prioritize other parts. Yes, that is so true. That's the painful truth right there. Building mocks takes so much time. I switched one design, then made another just for that small aspect. Oh yeah, mock building is just so time consuming. Like I used to, you look at mocks, you'd be like, oh, that's probably not that hard. It looks fairly simple. And then you like start building and you just realize like how many thousands of pieces go into like making just even like a decent mid-sized mock. You know what I mean? Like Cato Neimoidia has probably got like upwards of 90,000 parts. Easy. I mean, there's 20,000 parts alone just in the cloud work. Today ended up being pretty warm. I had to take off my coat. Dude, it was surprisingly, not surprisingly, but super warm. I agree. It was super nice at work, although it was really windy, but the wind was warm, which was nice. Cereal eating builder has to be one of the most underrated custom ship designers. I have yet to see that. I don't know who that is. I'll have to check him out. Cereal eating builder. It's always the people with the ridiculous names who are just crazy talented. I really hope I can get Mrs. Coconut to help me with some more of this. I'm really worried I'm not going to make the deadline just because of the cloud work. Like, I still have all of that to do, all of this section, all over here. There's so much that needs to be done still. It'll take a pretty good bribe, though. Usually takes a pretty hefty bribe to get her to help. Okay, guys, I'm heading out again. See you all next time. Good luck, Coconut. Looking forward to my Batu Spire in the mail. I'll autograph it. Coconut Brick Studios. See you later, man. Thanks again for the donation and for hanging out. It's always a pleasure to talk with you. Hopefully I can make some more of your streams in the future. Mainly does Star Destroyer type things, but he also did a UCS TIE Fighter and TIE Interceptor. He's kind of unknown. He's only on Flickr. Oh, okay. Also, just put in one more mountaintop. Where should I put it? Just picked up a zombie and OG Winged Geonosian. For less than $10 shipped? Nice. Not bad. I was on Solid Brick Studios stream the other night, and someone was looking up the price of Geonosian wings. Someone found a store that has 200 Geonosian wings. They're $8. They were either $7 or $8 a piece. That's so many wings. Like, how does someone come by 200 Geonosian wings? Like, how does that happen? Just to the left of the red bins. Yeah, I was kind of thinking of maybe putting in like a second defense turret or a defense mountaintop right there. That would save me a ton of bricks. The problem is I'm out of dark tan slopes, so I'd have to order in more. So I'm trying to decide if it'd be worth it or not. Found a store with hundreds of Palpatine heads from the Troy Tri-Fighter. Yeah, it's stores like that where I'm like, how does this happen? What did you do in life to end up with this many of this piece? That person is a psychopath pulling the wings off Geonosians. Oh, that's funny. Just like, so satisfying. Alright guys, we're going to wrap up here. So I put down these final cylinders. Thank you guys all so much for coming out. I really do appreciate it. It's so nice to have people to hang out with and talk to while I monotonously place down plate. And it's extra awesome when I get some donations too. So huge thank you to the donators today. I really appreciate it. I will be back again on Saturday doing more of this, what I'm doing. Hopefully, I don't know, I'll try and figure out something. Maybe I'll come up with some trivia questions to make it more interesting. But that should be one of the last Cato Neimoidia streams before the finale. So make sure to stop by so you can get one last stream in. Anyways, thank you guys. You guys are the best. And I will catch you all next time. But until then, happy building.